Hello, my name's Robin Tilbrook. I'm the solicitor who's dealing with the Defend Brexit case. This is the case where we're trying to say that we were out of the European Union on the 29th of March. You may remember that there was a Gina Miller case where the Prime Minister was told that she had to have an Act of Parliament in order to serve the notice under Article 50 of the European Treaty to get us out of the EU. And that Act was the EU Notification of Withdrawal Act 2017. That was 137 words which only gave power to serve a notice withdrawing the UK from the EU. The notice was served, it expired on the 29th of March, and our case is we were out then. And we need your help because when we brought that case to court, we then wound up with all sorts of difficulties. For some reason, the judgment was completely contrary to all the advice that we'd received from various different lawyers, including a retired Lord Justice of Appeal, all of whom had said that the case was strongly arguable. The High Court judge who dealt with it decided it wasn't not only strongly arguable, but it was also totally without merit. So that meant that we couldn't have an actual hearing. We had to appeal quickly, and we then had a decision in the Court of Appeal refusing our case on completely different grounds to the grounds in the High Court, totally contradictory. We're still carrying on trying to get that reopened because the second judge who looked at this turns out to be a fellow of the European Legal Institute, which is a Euro-federalist activist group of lawyers who are looking at trying to deepen and widen the role of EU law. It's partly funded by the EU itself, and we're trying to get that judgment set aside on the grounds of bias. And so really that is a judge who has a political agenda, and yet he's been allowed to decide our case against us. And what we've done is we've brought two applications, and this is what we need help with, because all these things are terribly expensive. One is we're trying to apply to the Court of Appeal to set aside the order of the judge who has made this decision, and also we have applied to the European Court of Human Rights. That's the court that deals with cases under the European Convention. It's not the EU court. And under Article 6 of the European Convention, we are entitled to a public hearing within a reasonable time and also with an impartial tribunal instead of a judge who's politically motivated on this issue. And they have denied us all three of those, and that's why we're trying to bring that case there to show that we are out of the EU as of the 29th of March. Please help.